Yo, what's good everyone? Wesley Paul here, back once again, and today is the fourth video in the series of looking at creating our very own MPC expansion. Quick recap. First video, we looked at creating drum kits and drum programs. Second video, we looked at creating key groups using auto sampler. In the third video, we looked at saving instrument presets, and in today's video, we're going to look at saving projects as part of our MPC expansion. So let's go. So a long time ago, I made a video on templates, and in that video, I said something like it would be good if we could save more than one template. And it wasn't until after recording that video, I realized we can have more than one template. We can just save them or save projects into an expansion and just use that as the template. Every time we load it up from the expansion, it's like a template, and we can design those exactly how we want. So I've got one here, and this is what I call general. This is a general beat making template. So I would just open this up. It's blank. There's no, I've got like programs, this drum program here, but there's no sounds attached. So I can just create this each and every time how I want. Yeah, I've got different tracks. I would rename them. But I've got things just prepared for me, even down to sequences. So yeah, this is for my chorus, but I've got a different one for like, verse, intro, outro, all of that stuff. It's just ready to go to make a beat. So all I'd have to do is just, save this, put it in the expansion, just double open it up every time, and there you go. I've got a template for making beats each and every time. And so this is a general one, but you could be more specific if you really wanted to. You could have a different template depending on genre. So you might have one just, a specifically one for hip hop. So when you open it up, it's got all the stuff that you need on there for when you make hip hop or trap or R&B or EDM, whatever you make, you can have different templates, yeah? And just save those as part of your expansion. But it doesn't always have to be necessarily beat making templates. You can have other type of templates. So I've got another one here, which I call a mixing template. And on this template, well, that's what it's for. It's for mixing. So just say if you've made a beat, but you don't want to mix it in the same project where you've just created it, you could like track it out, get your stems, whatever, drag them in here. You see, like I've got a different one here. Look, kick, snare, hats. Your main sound, your bass. Just put the stems in here and then just mix it down that way. Now, good reason for doing it like this is especially if you have a MIDI keyboard and you've mapped it. When you map your stuff, let me just go over here. I think I spoke about this before, but I don't know if I really showed it too much. You see, you got your global settings and your project settings. So you could have, when you've got different templates, the project side can be different. Yeah, specifically for what you need it to be. So like on this one, I've mapped my keyboard to do certain things. If I bring up my, yeah. So if you see here, let me just go to another view. If I move my knobs here, can you see what that's doing? I can now affect my submix. Yeah, because my submix is quite important on this one in particular, because although I've got separate tracks for all my drums, like the first one goes to submix 1. So now I can control that here using that. Yeah. Also on my, let's bring this up here. So hopefully you can see that. Also, I can control like things like this. So if I was to move here, see moving that knob, and then I can control my effects plugins as well. Yeah. So yeah, as you see, like just having one dedicated to mixing, you can have all those benefits of mapping your keyboard to however you want, and it's just a different way of doing things, I suppose. Let's go and see what else I've got. Let's go back over here. Okay, so I've got another one that is designed for recording. So imagine if, I don't know, maybe you're an artist or you're working with artists and you want to have recording sessions. You don't really want to have to set this up every single time. So I've got one here. I haven't done any recording in a long time, so this I was just doing it for the purpose of this, just to see what you could do. So like on my first track here, that's where you'll do your recording. This goes to submix one, where I've got some effects on there. So, whoever's recording got the headphones on, they will hear the effects here, but those effects won't actually record onto the vocal. I've got different ones here for different takes. You can just leave and you can just cut this and take the best bits out, put the main vocal on here, double ups, ad libs, you know, all of that stuff there. So these are just a few examples. You can think about what other sort of templates you might want. Doesn't have to be templates. You can just save a project like one of your beats that you can just go back to. It might be just like reference. So you might have a hip hop reference beat that you just go back to and look at and see what you've done in there. Or you might have ones that you just want to go and remix. But for me, yeah, I sort of like having multiple different templates that I can revert to as and when I need to. And those are the benefits of saving projects as part of your MPC expansion. So I'm going to keep that one there. There's nothing much more for me to say on that one. So it's something for you to consider. Maybe you'd want that as part of your expansion. Maybe you won't. Think about it. See what you could do with it. And I'm going to say take care. Peace out. See you at the next one, where we are going to be talking about saving sequences as part of our expansion.